What's going on, everybody? Back with part 2 of this PC build for my 4K editing that I'm going to be doing soon. Now this is pretty much the wrap up. It's only thing I have to do with this video now is just put in the RAM and the H80i Corsair's cooling. But I just wanted to show you how easy this was this time around. Last time it was a bit of a headache and a pain, but this time it was just a lot more easier, a lot more just overall just an easy experience for me. Now that I built a couple PCs of my own, now I see how easy it is compared to some cases to do cable management, to put things in, just how if you want a big cooling system in, if you want to put a smaller cooling system in, it's just certain cases just make the job a lot easier compared to others. So this case has just been great for me. I really can say I can really do a lot more better cable management this time around than I did my previous build, but this time this case is all that in my opinion. But when I had to put the RAM in, I had to look in the book to see how to put it in properly, because there's different situations when it comes to RAM and how you got to put it in if you put so much RAM in it. Now I had 32 gigabytes of RAM, so I had to use 4 slots. It was A1, B1, C1, D1. And that's how I had to place the RAM in on this motherboard, because you can use up to 64 gigabytes. So you have to really learn how to put it in properly, or just the RAM won't be allocated properly when it comes to just running programs and all the things you need to do when it comes to operating the OS. And this motherboard, I could say, is really kind of quiet when I was trying to snap the RAM in. You know, some cases you hear the snap like snap, but this time I barely heard it, so I really had to make sure that I really was in properly. Now I'm putting in the prongs for the Corsair H80i. Now this case is a lot different than the previous one. Like I said before, where in the previous one I had to put a little slide on the back of it so it can line up properly, so you can place the device right on top of the CPU. But this time around, everything was done on the motherboard. One of the great advantages of learning how to build a PC, you learn what works and what doesn't work, what parts are easier to work with, what parts are more complicated to work with. So it's always just a learning experience when it comes to just learning how to build a PC. Now that I'm replacing the fan with a Corsair fan, we have to see how loud this fan really is compared to the original one that the case come with. Now, my previous build that the Corsair 80i came with, what I used, I wouldn't say it came with, the fans are really loud, but you can easily replace them when you can find some other ones on Amazon or any type of hardware store. You can find fans for PCs. I really appreciate this motherboard because it just made putting in this cooling system a lot easier than my previous build. So you really appreciate doing something a lot easier than you did the previous time. So this case made everything a lot easier for me. This motherboard made putting in this cooling system a lot easier for me. Now I learned from my previous builds, you know, my ups and downs and what I learned from that one. But this was just a whole lot easier experience. I really enjoyed it. But overall, I'm really looking forward to editing 4K, because you know everything is pretty much going mainstream with 4K. Even movie studios are using 4K cameras to shoot their movies. That's why the 1080p looks so crisp, and even on a regular TV. So it's just a matter of time till 4K is pretty much the mainstream. And now I'm putting the finishing touches on, screwing in the last screws, tightening them up, making sure everything's solid and tight and stable, and so it ain't no problems if I have to move it and everything just falls apart. But overall, building the PC is a lot of fun to me. I really enjoy it. But I hope this was a great helping guide for anybody out there looking forward to building the PC. As they was just trying to build something they could say they built that was theirs, that was their own. You know, they had a great experience. But thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this little PC build of part 2 and the finale of this whole thing. Hope you enjoyed it. If you like it, share this video to everybody else. And like every other time, be safe out there.